I was just sitting at home on pins and needles waiting to hear from Tom and Jackie, and the bank called, and they told me that there was somebody trying to access Tom and Jackie's account.
Jennifer and Skylar walk in, and they have this durable power of attorney. So the bank manager looks at this, it's been properly recorded, their signatures are on it, it's been properly notarized, and takes one look at it and goes, no way am I giving you access to their accounts.
The bank manager told me that there was a gentleman by the name of Skylar trying to access their accounts. I'm thinking, oh my God, oh my God.
Good to see you, Skylar. I'm gonna borrow you for a little bit because I had to go over a few more questions on this thing. Why is it you guys had a power of attorney?
The cops think this is weird. I mean, it's one thing to sell somebody a boat. It's another thing to give them power of attorney. But Skylar, just smooth as silk, tells them, look, they wanted to buy some property up in Mexico.
You can't finance a house in Mexico unless you're a Mexican citizen or unless you're like established residency and you have a bank account and all that stuff.
Skylar volunteered that he was very experienced in purchasing property there and that he had dual citizenship, he was of Mexican descent, and that he could facilitate a sale, you know, since he was giving him such a great deal on the yacht, he would help him out get this money. And Skylar proceeded to tell us that Tom was very interested.
So I'll help you out, I'll get you an account down there. I told him, like, you know, you have nothing to lose by opening up an account. And, you know, you can take care of everything from right there.
We talked to the friends and family of Tom and Jackie Hawks. Sure enough, Tom had been talking to people about buying a little house on the Sea of Cortez.
He literally said, I had a briefcase full of cash, I handed it to Tom, and he was thrilled. They had the money and the means now to go to Mexico, and they did. Skylar tells detectives, I got witnesses.
Who's present?
Me, my wife, daughter, Tom, Jackie, the notary, and Alonso.
Alonso Machain, his name was there in full print as a witness on this bill of sale. And when I asked Skylar, who is Alonso Machain, he says, oh, he's a friend of mine that I have met, and he's from Mexico. Well, our investigation shows that Alonso happened to meet Skylar while Skylar was doing jail time.
Alonso Machain was actually a guard in the jail, and they became fast friends, really. I think Machain was quite young. He was in his early 20s. He lived at home with his parents. Skylar was on a work release program, so he was allowed to leave at certain points during the day. During that time, Alonso, they would do things that friends would do. They would hang out, they would have pizza, they'd watch TV.
I'm going to be contacting Alonso because he's also one of the last people to see them, so that helps us. Okay, good.
Yeah, that's fine.
They go and they interview Alonso, and Alonso tells essentially the same story. We're there in the parking lot. I watched Skylar hand this money over to this guy. They drive out in their car. The other person they interviewed was Kathleen Harris. Kathleen Harris, she was a professional notary, never been in trouble a day in her life, and she told a very similar story. They were down there. She watched this transaction. She notarized the documents. We hit a dead end in this investigation. We had a group of people who were all telling the same story. We had no physical evidence of a crime. We had no word from Tom and Jackie Hawks. We had no break in the case at all.
Brother, I don't want to keep you anymore. I appreciate you driving down here.
So the cops are at a little bit of a dead end. They're not really sure where to go next. And so they do the thing that a lot of investigators are reluctant to do, but often is a necessary evil. They go to the media.
Turning to another story in California, this morning police in the southern part of that state are asking for the public's help in a very mysterious disappearance. Joining us from Newport Beach, California, one of the couple's two sons, Ryan Hawks, and Sergeant Steve Schulman.
The biggest thing that we can do as a family was to reach out in the media and find someone maybe willing to talk, someone that maybe seen them, know of their last location, know about their safety.
You know, I think something's wrong. I think something's missing. I think something's really wrong. But, you know, my first priority is, you know, to find about the whereabouts of my parents.
Many times when there's a missing persons case, the family might provide 1 or 2 photos of their loved one. But in this case, Ryan came out with probably 15 or 20 photos of Tom and Jackie. So it really showed that this was a family that cared about one another, and that kind of brought the seriousness of their disappearance up quite a bit of a notch.
The biggest thing was their car, and if we could find their car, we know we could kind of backtrace their steps or what happened to them.
Right now, our focus is on locating them and also the vehicle that they own, this 1998 Honda CR-V with an Arizona license plate.
The next day, the police department gets a call from this woman who had seen the show. And she basically said, I'm looking at this car right now. I live in Mexico, and I'm in a trailer park, and it's in the parking lot.
I was so relieved. I was overwhelmed and choked up.
Please be the Hawks. I want to find them alive. I'm thinking, okay, well, let's get down there right away.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.